All right, everybody, back on the microphone, back on the microphone. Just wanted to go over the UVXY trade. This is a volatility trade. SPY was rolling over below VWAP. It started to break down on our regular market hours SPY chart here, got below VWAP, then started to come down to the 60 EMA on the 5-minute chart. That's equal to the 1520 EMA on the 15-minute chart, the yellow line you see here. We put in the room, right? We called UVXY at that 935 spot. All right, so UVXY over 935. Stop was basically 20 cents in UVXY, and it moved up to $9.65 or so. So nice trade there, UVXY, a lunchtime trade. Some other trades that we did during the lunchtime hour off of the CNBC halftime show. We had AMCX, and a lot of folks did well on this one. Leon Cooperman had mentioned this AMCX. You got the break of 60.50 here. Right about there as it was coming up over VWAP, 5-minute chart, pre-post market chart, VWAP on it, and we got a push up to $61 on AMCX. Another trade we got from Leon Cooperman from the halftime show was this SBGI, which was around 26.25, 26.20 area, and the stock proceeded to move up to 26.75. So right on this candle here, as it was getting above VWAP, also getting above the 555 EMA here. You see the volume that came in on that name, and that was from the mention by Leon Cooperman. All right, gave us a nice trade. Some folks got that RIOT trade, RIOT, which took out $8 back here. Moved up to about a little over $8.25 during the lunchtime hour. And as you can see, it got back over $8 again and pushed higher this time up to $8.50. So if you were on it here and then you kept it on your watch, you're holding above VWAP. The stock has good relative strength today, and a nice move up here on RIOT. So you could have had that for a double trade in that one, but this was the one that we called, and a nice move up. Mara, on the other hand, did not go. So Mara came up to this $1.50 spot after we got in at about $1.47. Couldn't break through. If you're still in it, it's holding above VWAP on Mara. Just be cautious on the name. It's not getting the follow through that we want. If it broke, let's see, we're in this at $1.47. If it breaks probably like $1.43 or so, you probably want to exit that trade on Mara. All right, another trade that I wanted to go over this morning was Verizon. Now, this one had a big pop, then it had its conference call at 8:30 today, so we were aware of that. We called this for the short on the break of 51.75. Now, I would have been on the 2-minute chart in the pre-market, but it's, yeah, I guess right around here is where we entered it, right on the break of the VWAP here, so 51.85-ish area. And the stock proceeded to move down. I took it off at around 51.50 for about 30 cents. Then when the market opened up, they popped it up. I was no longer in it, but it did make a big move down. If anybody was carrying it over from the pre-market trade on Verizon. The other trade we did today was BLIN. All right, and so BLIN gave us a small trade, but it popped over that, what was the number on that one? It popped over the $1.77 mark on BLIN and moved up to about a little under $2. So not a huge trade, but positive cash flow, I guess, on that. And then X, right? US Steel. We called it over this 38.50. Now, a little bit of a head fake. The first time it did it, had to play this one twice on X, re-triggered, and nice move up on US Steel on that name. So this was the first trade, comes back at me, get back out. Then it moves back up over it, tried it again, and we got a nice trade out of US Steel earlier in the day. All right, here. Just didn't want to go when we were trying it. We were trying here for that break of 30. All right, here's the 2-minute chart again. It was holding above VWAP. We thought if it got around that 29.85, might make a push up to 30. We called this a low share trade. You couldn't play it too big because of the spreads and whatnot. So then we had to get back out. I lost about 12 cents on this trade, but I was trading it very small because it had come a long way, and also we had that $30 number. But I think if it would have broken through, right, we might have gotten a quarter or 50 cents out of it, but just wasn't meant to be today on HEAR. And then the other trade we did was a quick trade for MU. This one we took on the break of 55.15, and the stock pushed up to about 55.40. So not a super large trade, but cash positive trade on MU. All right, and that was the first trade out of the gate. So that's some of the trades. I forgot to do this during our the early morning, so that's why I'm doing this now. So that's the trades for today. We're green for the day, nice green day, and UVX cooperating today, and also I'm still in some of this UVXY from down here. Also, you see the consolidation here on the 5-minute, right? And when that broke out over that 935, we got a nice push up, and you see the SPY drifting lower now on it. So here's the pre-post market chart of the SPY as we're drifting further down. So a little bit of a reversal here. Dow right now giving back about half of the gains for the day on the Dow. The IWM showing more weakness than the other markets. IWM has been, it popped up at the open, then we've been selling off for the rest of the day. We couldn't get up over that 170 mark today, so then they reversed the IWM. Wasn't on TZA early this morning, but that would have yielded a nice trade, TZA, but you had to be on it, right at the get-go, and it's been pushing up for the entire day. Google had earnings yesterday, still holding up above the gap, so Google's doing okay. I put in the room some of the earnings that you have coming up after the bell tonight. As far as standoutish, let's see, for earnings after the bell tonight, I don't think there's anybody that big that's market moving tonight. So no, it doesn't look like there is. And then tomorrow before the bell, let's see, we have Boeing. So Boeing is definitely a market mover. FCX will be reporting earnings before the bell. GLW reports earnings before the bell. Corning, that was the one mentioned by John Najarian during the halftime show for unusual options activity. GM has earnings tomorrow. Grubhub has earnings tomorrow. Let's see if there's anything else market moving in the morning. Don't think so. I think that's about it. And then we have in the afternoon for tomorrow, Wednesday, I think we have, let's see what's coming out tomorrow after the bell. Okay, we got Ford Motor Company after the bell. I thought and Facebook, right? Facebook comes out tomorrow after the bell. So Facebook, big market mover there, right? On Facebook, a lot of eyes going to be on that. Gild, GILD, will be reporting earnings after the bell tomorrow. Mondelez, and I think that's about it for some of the names. Oh, by the way, I think I left off TXN for earnings after the bell tonight. So TXN, semiconductor name, will be reporting after the bell tonight. Semis have been, they had that pop in the morning, and then they've been selling off pretty much the rest of the day. As you can see here on the SMH, NVIDIA also moving down after that pop in the morning, and then it broke down through VWAP, and it's been moving down ever since. So all right, so overall, very good day though in the room. A lot better than yesterday as far as the volume, the velocity. So we yielded quite a few more trades today. Yesterday we had to be more selective, and but overall very happy with the day. I don't think I'm going to push it too much today, and I'm still, like I said, in this UVXY. So anybody have any questions, comments, or any clarification on anything? All right, so anybody have any questions, comments on the UVXY trade as the SPY is rolling over more now? This is headed back up. So UVXY still in a portion of this. And let me know if you have any questions, pop them in the room and we'll try to answer them. All right. All right, folks, going to get off the mic for now. I'll be back in a few minutes.